Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here from Moss Pawn & Gun. We have another interesting little video concept for you today. We're going to be talking about concealing guns around your house. Now, I know there's a lot of things out there. You know, some people just throw a gun under the mattress or under a couch cushion or in a drawer or in the cupboard and stash it away and call it good. But I've actually discovered a product that I just really wanted to share with you guys, and it's called Tactical Walls. And basically, like behind me here, we've got this shelf, you know, and it looks like an ordinary shelf. All right, I've got these magnet keys that go on the bottom, okay? Relieve the pressure. And you got concealment, okay? Now, there's a difference between a gun safe and concealment. Concealment just means that we're hiding it, okay? Something like this, we're hiding these guns in plain sight, okay? This is what they call their rifle length shelf. On the top of it, you have a perfectly usable shelf. It mounts to the walls. As long as your walls are built to code on 16-inch centers, then you should be able to mount them, you know, pretty much anywhere on the studs, no problem. And you got brackets on the top. Now, these shelves will support a pretty dang good bit of weight here. But a really interesting concept because, you know, with the economy being what it is, there is a lot of people stealing from each other, a lot of thievery going on, a lot of people breaking into folks' houses. Now, the argument can be taken either way when it comes to concealment in the home. One school of thought is, okay, there's a huge gun safe right there. Now I know everything in the gun safe has to be valuable, so there's where I'm going to concentrate my efforts. Have at it, and the idea is, okay, well, maybe they won't ever get in the gun safe, and your stuff is completely secure. Now, a gun safe, that's fine, but what this is designed for is for people that may not have a gun safe in their house, or they may live in a smaller area and not have quite as much room to put a gun safe in their house. This allows you to use room that you would use anyway. You know, you're already going to have a shelf, so it allows you to use that space and utilize it to the maximum effectiveness for the amount of space you may have in a given room. Now, also, a robber, someone in your house, they would probably walk right by this and never know that it had guns in it. So you remove the magnets. All right, what these magnets do is they just trigger these little locks under here. Hear that? Okay. No big deal. Now this particular shelf houses my Makarov collection. I've got a CZ52 and a CZ70 and a little CZ Model 27 over here, but for the most part, my Macs. All right, and those are just hidden in plain sight. Now guys, I've got several of these shelves set up. We're going to go around the house. I'm going to show you a couple of them, kind of the ideas that I have for them in terms of the way they need to be configured. And again, you just have little key magnets. Really, really cool concept. This is something that I strongly believe in. I think it's an excellent idea, an ingenious idea, in fact. And really, it's one of those things that anybody can integrate this into their home without it looking odd, and it'll make sense, and it'll hide things in plain sight. So let's go along here. We're going to look at a couple of others. I think you guys will really like this. All right, guys, so moving along, same concept. This particular shelf is their pistol length shelf. This one obviously is smaller. So this one is placed actually right next to my front door. So let's say there's a bump in the night. I'm going to, you know, say for instance, someone rings the door and they just look like a normal person, and you know, I don't really perceive them as a threat, and I don't take a gun to the door, okay? But say I need a gun nearby, just in case. You know how it is, things are hectic, something's going on, you're responding to something within your house. It's kind of nice to have a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 on tap. You know, pull it out, ready to roll, okay? So we have a Kel-Tec Sub 2000, 33-round magazine. I've got my Chris Sphinx STP, my little compact with 4 mags. So you got room for pretty much either a folding carbine of some type like the Kel-Tec, or you could probably fit about 3 pistols in here along with mags depending on how you cut it. Now the inserts on these things are pretty much just foam, and you have to get in there with like a little razor blade and cut everything out, you know, to suit your needs. So really not a big deal there, just a matter of doing it. I thought this would be a really interesting concept to have this one, you know, right next to the front door, just so you have some firepower on tap, ready to go. We're going to go to the other side of the fireplace, and I'll show you another one that you guys are going to like as well. And also, you know, don't click away yet, because we got some other cool things to show you guys. Let's do it. All right, guys, well, we just saw the pistol length shelf. We're moving along here. I'm going by the fireplace here, and I just want to stress that, you know, yes, I do have firearms mounted on my mantle. Obviously, these are all black powder firearms. A gun's a gun, okay? It doesn't make it any less dangerous just because it's a black powder gun, but, you know, when it comes to concealment, this video is about concealment. So the whole thing is, it's almost kind of like having sacrificial lamb, so to speak. So say someone breaks in my house. They're going to come in here and they're going to do a quick shakedown. They're going to find anything of value that they can get their mitts on immediately, and that's what they're going to concentrate on. So like big screen TV over here, which of course, you know, you can replace a big screen TV. What's the big deal there, right? When it comes to firearms, yeah, these guns are out in the open. Yes, they're on display. Yes, someone's going to grab them right off the wall and they're going to abscond with them right out the door and whatever. You know, we do have a full security system. Also, you know, the Tactical Walls idea is not meant to supplement. It's meant to supplement a gun safe, but it's not meant to replace a gun safe. So you should still have a hard gun safe, you know, a full, you know, lockable gun safe that has fireproof rating and all of that, so that when you're actually leaving town, if you're off on some kind of extended stay somewhere and you're away from the house, set your alarm system, lock your guns up, everything like that. So we're going to move along, show you the other rifle length shelf. Now this one's on the opposite side of the fireplace. In the intro, when we showed you the one with all the Macs in it, that was on the other side over here. This one's on the opposite side. And you guys can see we've got quite a bit of weight on the top of this shelf. We've got a clock, several books, everything like that. Ordinary shelf, or is it? Oh, it's not an ordinary shelf. Now this particular one has their little light in it, which I'm really digging the light. You know, one of the things I like so much about it, it's got a little motion detector in it. You open the thing, bam, light pops on, you're good to go. Got a Beretta M9 with a couple of 93R 20-round mags, some 15-shot mags. Got my F&X Tactical, 3 15-shot mags. I got a Walther P38 in there just for cool factor, just for vintage factor. And then I've got an AR pistol. This is the one that we did the first part of the mag torture test with. We have more on the way on that, by the way. But anyway, again, foam insert, cut them out, pretty much tailor it to your specific needs. Let's say later on you decide, okay, I don't like this layout, I want to change it. You just order the new inserts, cut them out, tailor them to your needs. So to relock it, pull the keys off, push the shelf up until it clicks. I always like to just kind of bump it and give it a little test. The light will go off automatically. We're going to show you more of these shelves because we have more in our house. But for now, I want to show you something a little bit different, but along the same lines. Let's go to the bedroom, check it out. All right, guys, I know what you're thinking. This has got to be another tactical wall. Well, you're right, it is. So a thief comes into your house. I mean, most thieves are just going to walk right by a mirror and not think anything of it. Now, some people are really vindictive. Some thieves have been known to go into people's houses and do everything from break mirrors to break TVs if they can't get them out, to killing pets even. I've even read stories of a thief just going, well, screw this guy and shoot his dog or kill his dog. So thieves do some really dumb things, but the majority of them are probably just going to walk right by a mirror and not think anything of it. But she slides right open. Now again, it does have a magnetic lock right here on the bottom. All right, for anybody that might be fidgeting, trying to see if there's some type of hidden compartment that'll keep them from gaining access to it. Obviously, you just draw the magnet away when you leave or whatever. We've got a Remington 870 in here. This is a Marine Magnum. Okay, we got a CZ Model 97 in here. We've got the shotgun shell holders that they have here. I mounted those to the side for extra ammo. All right, I've got one of my little KBI SMC 918s, just a little, you know, alloy frame Mac variant. You can get magnets that go on the back of these things. There's actually a magnet holding this CZ 97 up, and a magnet holding our magazines and our little Mac here. So one of those things, got extra mags for the 97, extra mag for the Mac. Pretty straightforward, Surefire flashlight. Of course, these are Velcro, so you can add, you know, little Velcro straps to hold everything in place as well if you don't want to use the magnets or whatever. But just the same, very interesting concept. Again, adhesive light with a motion detector on it. It turns on and off as you open and close it. No big deal there. So you leave the house. What I normally do is I'll take my shotgun. This is the shotgun I keep in the bedroom here. I'll put my shotgun up, and that way it's out of sight. First thing a thief's going to do when he goes in your house, he's going to go through the closets. He's going to look in the corners of all the closets, because most people will take a gun and just lay it in the corner or in the corner of a room. They're going to check every single corner in your house for a gun, because that's where guns wind up, in a corner where they'll stand up. So this allows you to hide it in plain sight. Now you do have to cut the wall open to do this. Now you may see a few photos popping through here when we're installing this thing. It comes with a template. The instructions just lay on the wall, okay, and then you trace them out or cut along them. And basically this entire system mounts in between the studs. So you got 2 studs on 16-inch centers. So the interior dimension of this tray is exactly 16 inches, and that's to account for you've got a 2x4 on each one of the edges of these trays. Pretty straightforward, guys. Again, concealment. Can someone get into this? Yes, they can. Are they going to see it? Probably not, okay? So the whole thing about it that's nice is you're using space that would have just been wasted space had you not used a system like this. So if you live in a apartment, or you rent a home where you've got an area that you just don't have a lot of room, this is a nice way to kind of reuse a little bit of the room that is there. You just haven't utilized it yet. A lot of hollow spaces inside of our walls, guys. There's been situations where people have, let's say they've had a family member pass away, okay? And they go to cleaning up their house, and little Junior does something dumb like knock a hole in the wall or something, and they'll find money behind the walls, or guns, or valuables. So people have been using the interior spaces of their walls to hide valuables for a long time, just not in a way that makes it readily accessible like this. Usually what they would do is, say your grandpa or somebody has some gold bars or silver bars and he wanted to hide them really good, knock a hole in the wall, put the valuables inside the wall, patch it up, and it's there forever, and he just has to remember it's there. So this, a little bit more accessible than just knocking a hole in the wall and patching it up. I'm going to show you the other shelf that I have here in the room. You guys are going to like this. All right, guys, so moving along, we're over here beside the bed here, and this is my wife's little full-length rifle shelf, okay? Again, you've already seen the shelf itself, but I'm just showing you the little loadout that my wife has next to the bed here. So relieve the pressure, and this is my wife's little mini arsenal she keeps by the bed here. So she's got her Walther P22 with 2 extra magazines, a Browning high power. We've got a Ladysmith revolver with 2 speed loaders. We've got a Mag Tactical Air 15, all right? Very, very cool little rifle, very lightweight. Pretty awesome setup there. So I think she's pretty well covered when we're in the bedroom here. If she hears a bump in the night, or just to know that these guns are nearby, can be a comforting thing. Another benefit of a system like this is you can leave it open. So let's say you're at home, you want to leave the thing just riding open so you have quick access to the firearms. That's fine too. Like say I want to grab a revolver, just have it right here on the nightstand ready to go. I can do that. All right, we have to go into town, go grab something, do whatever we got to do, put the gun back in place, take the magnets off, lock it in place, make sure each side locks, hide these magnets, and no one is the wiser. I've got one more I want to show you, and we're going to tie up the video. You're going to like this. Let's go downstairs. All right, guys, well, we're down in the basement here. I thought that with this concept, I wanted to have something down here in case, for whatever reason, we're pressed down in the basement, for whatever reason, don't have any guns on us, which would be highly unlikely, but it's kind of nice to know that you've got a tactical wall in the basement. Now, this particular one, I haven't outfitted with any firearms just yet. Haven't really decided how I want to run it. But again, you've got 15-inch interior dimensions, 16-inch on center studs, and of course the tactical wall insert. Now, this particular portrait is just a mountain scene, but they can pretty much make anything you want. So if you have a high resolution photograph or family portrait or something like that you want to send them, they can use anything you want. This is a stock photo that they have available. But again, you've got the magnet, unlocks it, pull the tactical wall aside, and then you've got your plethora of random things down here. Now, this is a shelf insert that's additional that you can get. What I was thinking for this, because because of the size and everything. This would be great to store like an everyday carry rig in. So let's say that you're getting in from your work at the end of the day and you just want to, you know, stash your gun, your keys, your wallet, your bubble gum, your crap in your pocket, your knife, your flashlight, whatever the crap you might have. Put it in there and it's out of sight and not just sitting on a nightstand. Let's say you decide to take a quick walk or something, or go walk the dog, and someone comes in your house. You don't want your firearm just sitting out on the nightstand. This is a nice option to just store your EDC right out of plain sight. You can put extra magazines, you know, radios, binoculars, any kind of extra little gadgets that you might want to have in here that can stuff away, and you're good to go. So we're going to go upstairs. I'm going to show you my wife's office where all the magic happens in terms of, you know, running the channel and everything. We're going to close the video out. But although this hasn't been set up yet, obviously the you know, implications are there for how to use it. Again, it just slides shut. Pull the key off, and it's locked nice and solid. Good to go. So let's head upstairs. All right, guys. Well, last but not least, we're here in the office. This is where all the magic happens, where all the, you know, inquiries and everything are taken care of here at our little compound. Actually, my wife does all the work. I actually have the easy job. I just get to blab on camera here. But we've got her full-length rifle shelf here in the office. All right. We got this set up with a nice little assortment here. One thing I didn't mention before was the fact that we have these little hydraulic rams that are built into each shelf, both the rifle length and the pistol length. That allows the unit, when you release the pressure, it'll just fall down nice and slow without putting all of its weight in one spot. We've got a Yugo M92 PAP with a 30-round mag. That's a US Palm mag. Sky CPX2, a 40-round Bulgarian surplus magazine. Colt 1911, 2 extra mags, and a Surefire flashlight. So this is one of those things that, let's say that, you know, my wife is home and she's by herself, which tends to happen a lot because we're on the road a lot. So she's in here drinking her coffee, minding her own business. It's 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. She's not expecting something to happen, doesn't have a gun nearby. This allows her to have some instant firepower on tap, ready to go, just in case there's, you know, someone kicks in the front door or pulls up in a strange vehicle that she's not familiar with. Somebody she doesn't know is trying to harm her. She's got firepower nearby, okay? So, again, remove the keys, push it up until it clicks, and an inconspicuous shelf that nobody thinks twice about. Remember, that's the whole thing about concealment, is having something accessible but out of sight and hidden from the plain eye, the untrained eye. Someone that's just going to do a bum rush through this place. They're going to grab every valuable that they can find within clear view. They're going to skip right over something like this where the real valuables are. So guys, I appreciate you watching today's video. I hope it wasn't dry or anything. I know this is slightly out of our element, but I think it's really awesome to showcase this kind of stuff because it's very important for people to know that products like this are out there. And when I found out about this, I instantly had to get on board with it because I thought it was such a clever idea. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.